I'm not crying. I just cut up some onions, but hey guys, it's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living, and I'm just uploading today's video, but I'm gonna start this one. Gosh, what was that? Oh, Misha fell on her roller skates. Anyways, I'm getting ready for a big fat Thanksgiving. We're having our supper on Saturday. It's not going to be as big and as fat as usual. Violet poking her head. Nosy bird. It's not going to be as big and as fat, but we're still having a Thanksgiving supper nonetheless. So, I'm about to put a turkey in the oven. It's Thursday, 20 after 8. I'm going to put it in around 9. Put it on like 200. Let it go all night. And I get up in the morning around 5:30. It'll be all done. And I can let it rest for a couple hours. Say hi, Violet. And then I can debone it, put the bones in the freezer. And yeah, I have another turkey to cook after that. And a ham. So I'm starting to get some things done. So I'll show you what I did. Let me turn you around. Alright, I cut up 2 or 3 onions. I scrubbed these carrots. I didn't peel them, but I scrubbed them so they're good and clean. Same with I cleaned the celery, and the leaves on the celery is where all the flavor comes from. Ah, Misha. Just roll your skates a little bit. I don't know if they've seen them light up before. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, I washed one turkey yesterday and I put it in a cooler with ice. I'm going to give it another rinse, and then I'm going to put it in here with some broth, season it up, and stick it in the oven. Woo! Misha taught me how to cook a turkey.
So you stick butter up its head?
I did stick butter up its bum and its head. No, not really, but I lifted the skin up. Oftentimes I cook turkeys breast down because I don't do a fancy presentation, but I wanted to go the extra mile today and lift the skin up, smear a whole bunch of butter in there. I have an apple and an onion in there, plus the stuff that's on the bottom. Put lots of broth in there. I was going to go down the basement and get my turkey bone broth, but I didn't. I just used water. Onion powder, garlic powder, some poultry seasoning, salt and pepper. And, yeah. That's its wing. You know, like chicken wings, only a turkey wing. And yeah, I'm going to bring the compost out, but I'm going to get, hopefully the lid fits on it. Yes, darling?
It's not going to fit.
I don't know if Grampy's watching TV. Oh, it's not. Well, I'll tent some aluminum foil and then put this on top of it. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Alright, that's what I'm doing. And then I'll put the lid on it, even though it's not going to, just to help keep the moisture in. And I'm going to cook it on so low. Oh, is that thing not working? For heavens, there. There'll be lots of moisture in there anyways, but I'm going to get that in, clean this mess up, and then I got to go find my ham in the deep freezer. Misha's eating frozen fruit or berries with chopsticks. Because she's fancy like that.
I can't use my fingers.
No. But you can use the heck out of some chopsticks. Alright friends, I took out some chicken. I'm going to make a cornbread dressing. I'm not making it heavy. Zip it, lock it, and put it in your pocket.
Nope.
I'm going to see if these fit in some slow cookers tonight and put it on low with lots of broth so they become shreddable, because yeah, I'm going to put chicken in my cornbread dressing. I'm going to make my regular sausage potato dressing too, which is the favorite, but I like to make that as well. What?
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
That's you?
The dishwasher's going now, but I rinsed this sink out because I washed the thing, but I took my big ham out. I bought it a while ago, but it's frozen for 21 bucks. I'm going to leave it sitting in the sink tonight because it's rock solid, and I'm going to cook that tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
alright friends, well, I decided to do this in Harriet. I did get out a slow cooker, but the chicken's just so frozen it doesn't fit in there proper, and I want to get this going. So I'm going to simmer it just like I do when I make bone broth. I'm going to bring this to a boil and then turn it way down to low and put the lid on and just leave the lid open a sliver, and it'll slowly cook all night, which is fine. Work good. I did put a package of onion soup mix in there, and yeah, those 2 packages of chicken are in my girlfriend here, so yeah, that'll be ready for tomorrow when I make cornbread dressing.
Our best boy came cold, wood down first friend, just more miss new. Being cold.
Misha's gonna go get her French books, and she's reading to me while I'm packing lunches. Flakes of hams on the menu. Oh, I can do all this cooking. I know, you have your other sandwich. She doesn't like flakes of ham. She likes sliced ham. But I can do all this cooking, but packing lunches, hate it. Hate, loathe it. But, so Messiah and Maze will have one. I'll have 2 in the fridge, because when they get home, if they're hungry, they can have a stinking ham sandwich. Sounds good to me. Alright friends, well, I cut up a bunch of celery. I didn't cut it all up because kids love raw celery. So that they can have that as snacks when they get home or something like that. But I chopped up quite a bit. 2 red peppers, and I'm using already taking a shortcut. Diced onions. Oh yes. I'm going to saute this up. I put a blob of bacon fat in here, but if I need something else, I don't think I will because this stuff will sweat. And I just want to loosen it up and make it soft because this is going to be for my cornbread dressing tomorrow. I should have made it today, like the cornbread. But anyways, I just want to get this sauteed up, put it in a container, and put it in the fridge, so that's something off my list I don't have to do tomorrow. So let's go over to the stove. Alright guys, I hate to mess this up. It looks so pretty, but it'll look pretty all messed up too. Smells really good, like, well, you know what it's like, onion. I could eat straight up onion, not keto, but onion with sauteed in some butter and salt and pepper. Delicious. I had that celery, strong smelling celery, delicious. I only had red pepper, otherwise I would have put a green pepper in it. I got this recipe from YouTube. Oh, I forget what her name is, so I'll make sure I mention it. It's the same recipe I've made in the past. This is the chicken cornbread dressing. And if you haven't watched my previous times making cornbread dressing, I never had it growing up at all. I think this is maybe the 3rd year I've actually made it. I never had it until I actually made it. And I usually make potato dressing, like with sausage and stuff in it, which is always a big hit too, but it's nice to have a variety in a lot of people like this as well. So you get a little scoop of potato dressing, a little scoop of cornbread dressing, and then a little scoop of everything else on the table. You're good to go. So yeah, I didn't have to put any more thing in here. It's not going to dry out, it's just going to sweat. Now I turn that down between 2 and low. It's still very hot. If you can tell, I left a little bit. The turkey's in. Oh, just a sec. Oh, where did I put that? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take this out for tonight. This is the sausage. I have 2 of them. The light's on in here. It's just, you know, maple leaf natural sausage, frozen solid. I'm gonna put them in the fridge because I want to scramble those up tomorrow. That's what goes in my potato dressing. That chicken is gonna go in here. And I usually make homemade cornbread. I think I got the recipe from Cooking with Caroline. But this year, one of you guys, oh for heaven's sakes, the names slip my mind, sent me Jiffy bread mix, because I said I've never seen it here. I don't even think we can get it here in Nova Scotia. We can. I don't think you can get it here in my little neck of the woods, because I've never seen it, never had it. I have 2 boxes of that. I'm going to make it with that, because I see a lot of people on YouTube make it with Jiffy bread stuff. Seems straightforward, simple. I'm going to make that tomorrow morning. Like, arse crack of dawn, I'm making some cornbread. And I've got peel potatoes. I could peel carrots, but Misha loves peeling carrots, so I'll save that for her. Mally's going to make deviled eggs. She wants to make the cupcakes. I have a frozen mac and cheese in my deep freezer, so I'm not making that, but I'm going to use that. I want to make homemade rolls tomorrow, and that cheesecake tomorrow, and cook another turkey, and cook a ham. So, this is going to be a doozy. So, anyways, I'll stop talking, because there's going to be a lot of stuff in this. I'm not sure if I'm squishing tomorrow and today all together. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll be back. All right, it's 10:08, and there she be, guys. There she be. So I'm just gonna let this cool. I should take that off and let it cool faster. And I'm gonna pack that up and put that in the fridge for when I need it. Okay, it's 10:26. I'm just waiting for that stuff to cool good before I put it in the fridge and then get myself ready for bed. But I dug out the Jiffy corn muffin mix. But I was looking at the directions. Those directions are for the muffins. But Johnny cake, it's the same, directions of how to make it. You just put it in a cake sheet and bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Johnny cake. I don't know how much it makes. Whether I should make both of them or one of them. I'll probably end up making both of them. Because if I make too much cornbread dressing, I can freeze it for Christmas, right? Not a big deal. But at least this is out. And it's super simple. The mix, 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk. Preheat oven at 400 and bake. That's it. How easy is that? I like making homemade cornbread just because it's fun to bake. But yeah, I want to try this. So, perfect. That's going to be my morning adventure. All right, friends, it's 11:11. The turkey's in the oven. The chicken is simmering super low. Dishwasher's going because I emptied it, reloaded it. Ham's defrosting. Sausage is defrosting. The veggies I sauteed up are cool enough. I put them in the fridge. Got out the Jiffy cornbread mix. So I'll be ready for tomorrow. The big thing that I'm thinking of tomorrow, not that it's easy to make, but you know, bake a ham, that's not that hard. Is the homemade rolls, which isn't that hard, it just takes a long time. And the cheesecake, which I need a can of pumpkin. I don't have any. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to a store. I should have told my husband to pick some up today. So I might make that tomorrow night. I don't know. But I need to hit the hay because I'm getting up super early, taking Violet for a walk, getting the kids off to school, and everything. So peace out. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Good morning, Violet. Good morning. Did you have a good sleep? You did? See, this is the mornings I'm used to. If you see my video yesterday, she barked a little bit. I think I scared her. You want to go for a little walk? I gotta get my sneaks on. Just a minute, girly. Oh, I'm just getting my sneakers on. I checked that chicken on the stove. Looks fine. I haven't taken the turkey out, but I can smell it. And it's 5 degrees outside, so I'm wearing my sweater and I'm wearing my husband's big old jacket because it's chilly. Chilly, chilly. You coming, girly? Alright, guys, it's about 5 after 6. I'm back. We're gone about 20 minutes. She took care of her business. She's waiting for her breakfast, but I gave her a chicken tender, like a dog treat chicken tender. I want to take this out. It's not going to look all brown. Oh, I had it at 225 all night. Oh, it's not going to be all brown. Ooh, look at some of that. There's so much broth. It's coming up over top of the... Oh, God. I might have to take some of that out. Save it, of course, but take it out. Ooh, Nelly. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. But see, it's not brown. Oh, what can I put that in? Oh, let's see. I'll get a big old measuring cup. Now, how the heck am I going to get it out of there? I'll use a little mug. I probably can't see very well. I'm talking to these guys, Violet. I know you've gobbled that down in 2 seconds. I'll get your stuff. Just hold your horses. Violet said she had a good sleep. Oh, God. Look at that. It's not pretty. Why is this not staying? There. It's not pretty at all. Well, you know, it doesn't look like out of a magazine or anything. This isn't going to work very good. No, that's not going to do it. I don't know how to use a freaking spoon. That'll take forever. I could smell it. It smells good though. I might end up putting it back in if I don't think it's done. All this broth I'm going to save for the gravy. I'm going to take that onion out. Come on. I just don't want to start fiddling with the turkey and it splash all over the place when I'm doing a right good job of making a mess already. Yeah, I made sure I put lots of broth in it because I like lots of gravy and lots of, you know, things like that. So I knew it would probably go right up to the top. But I have another turkey. It's all defrosted. It's in a cooler with ice. It's even bigger than this one, but I got a bigger turkey roaster I can use. I'll put that on tonight. And let me see. If it's done, Violet, I'll tear you off a little sliver you can have. This is going to be hot. Ooh. I know you can check it with the thermometer. I don't got no thermometer, and I do it with, if I can just tear the leg off without. Yeah, I think it doesn't look pink. Ooh, that's all the butter that just popped out of there. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to put it back in just for a little while. So my plans of making that jiffy cornbread when I first get up, before I even go for a walk, kind of flew out the window the second I woke up because I hit snooze too many times. But that's okay. Come on, stay in there. I cut that, or tore that little thing that was holding it together. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to put that back in. Leave out that broth, but I'll save it. And I'll check on the chicken, which I'm sure that's done. Right, Violet? Does that sound like a plan to you? Good. Wow. Gonna bump it up. About 300. No, I'll do 350. I bake everything pretty much at 350, but now that I don't plan on having that in my oven, oh, look at my stovetop. Look at the mess I made. Now that I don't plan on having that in my oven all day, I'm in there for another hour or so. We'll check it then. By that time, the kids will be up. I should make a coffee. What time is it? Oh, where's my... I was listening to Pet Sematary. I was going to say, where's my phone? I'm talking to my phone. I was listening to Pet Sematary and it was getting to a scary part. I think this is scarier than the Shining book, honestly. I've never read a book that really scared me, but I find this one creepier so far. And my neighbor Saritha messaged me yesterday. She wanted to give me a heads up that there was a bear on her back step. We get black bears around here. I never see them. Like, you don't see them. Bears are scaredy cats or, you know, doing their own thing. But I guess there was a bear. And how, if you watched my video yesterday, my compost was knocked over. I wonder if that was why it was knocked over. I don't know. So I was sure to make lots of noise when I went for a walk. I was listening to my book, but talking to Violet all at the same time. And yesterday, before I went to bed, I took her for a walk too. Just like a 20-minute walk to see if she had to go pee or whatever. And we seen deer. It was really nice. They weren't up close, but you know, probably 2 or 3 houses away. They didn't seem to see us. And Violet didn't even seem to notice, but there was 4 deers walking across the road. And it was dark out, but they were by a street light, so I could see them. And anyways, when we walked up to where that other side of the road, they were still in the field, but then they actually seen us and ran away. But I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. All right, Violet, I'll get your food. I'll get your food. I'll be back. All right, she's over there having her chow. I know, I was a slowpoke today, but she's eating. All right, I have my coffee. I want to do a bunch of stuff, but I need to have my coffee. I need to remind myself to take my time before I get overwhelmed. So that turkey's in the oven. After I'm done my coffee, I'm gonna get the kids up and their lunches are all packed. So I've been on the ball with that this week, like on the ball. Then I'm gonna take that chicken out of Harriet, and that'll have to cool for a while because it's gonna be piping hot. I'm gonna save that chicken broth for the Violet, what are you doing? You're not playing on the computer. What are you doing? She was standing up at the computer. I bet the kids had something there. You sneaky bugger. You sneaky bugger. What are you doing? She's wagging her tail at me, smirking. Like, you can't catch me. No, I can't catch you. But I'll have to, yeah, keep an eye on you. Anyways, I'll take that chicken out, save the broth for the dressing, wash Harriet, because I need to peel a bunch of potatoes for my potato dressing. And then after I boil those potatoes, I'll have to boil or peel more potatoes for mashed potatoes, but I won't cook those till tomorrow. And I want to do the chocolate tarts. Well, I'll bake the tarts so they're baked. We'll make the pudding tomorrow. The lemon cupcakes. Mally's gonna make the deviled eggs. I gotta defrost that mac and cheese I have in the freezer. Gotta bake that ham. And I've gotta make homemade rolls. That's a big thing today, homemade rolls. All right, let me have my coffee so I can just focus, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. All right, break time's over. You gonna come up with me, Violet? Wake up the kids? She will. When I stand up, she'll stand up. I drank my coffee. It was glorious. And, yeah, it's pajama day for the kids. They wear their pajamas, but, yeah, so that's simple. I had to wrestle around for Maze's pajamas. I mean, he wore some last night, but they weren't matching ones. I found a Spider-Man one, so he can look cool as a cucumber. So, anyways, let's get the kids. The kids just went out. Violet went right along with them, of course. I have her on the long lead so they can run a little bit. Violet knows the routine now about the kids going out to the bus. She waits right by the door. Oh, it is chilly. It's very fall-y today. Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Yes, you are.
I think we got her really fun.
Oh, you're having fun, you silly girl. Do some zoomies. Do some zoomies.
What you guys done?
There you go. Look, she'll chase her tail. You silly girl. Devin, what?
Devin didn't see any what.
Oh, no. You silly girl.
You didn't see anything of what
You silly girl. Yeah, everybody got their pajamas on.
Well, I mean,
Oh, don't let her go out in the road, Zaya. Don't walk so far that she goes out in the road. No. Ooh, yes, it's very fall-like, you guys, don't you find? Like cold. They all got their jackets on. Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to dig out their hats and stuff. Oh, there. Yeah. How you doing, Maze? You old slowpoke? He's having half a ham sandwich for breakfast. He didn't want goldfish or anything. Hard to eat with your mask up.
I feel like she's actually one
Yeah. Oh, boy. She's playing with Devin.
What?
Devin's funny, isn't he?
She was just doing something to release.
She's just trying to pick it up.
She really wants to play, doesn't she?
She does want to play, yeah. Oh, I think I hear the bus. Here, pass it to me, Zai. Pass me the leash. I know.
We'll play with her after school. On the weekend, can we bring her outside? Maybe we could all just
Well, we'll see. It's going to be a busy weekend. Oh, careful.
Ow! I will
Just put it in the cup holder. Here comes the bus.
I'm also gonna get some like treats from my teacher.
For what?
Just that like each week, like once each week.
Oh.
She's like really nice.
Yeah. Well, you did pretty good, Mace. Just had a little nib left. Love yous, I. Have a good day at school. As Devin's mom must be just getting home. I think she said love ya to Devin. All right, guys. It's about 25 after 7. I went and woke Mally up. She just gave me the evil eye, but that's all right. I gotta clean the stovetop off bad. Whew. I am just going to take out this chicken and set it in this bowl. Get my long ones. And hopefully not make too much of a mess. Hopefully. We'll see. I might not use all this chicken for that dressing. Whatever I have left over, I could save for Violet and use it for like her Kong over the next few days. We'll see. Yeah. Just depends on if I make 2 dressings or 1. Ooh. And this will take a little while. I'm just going to cover this with a clean tea towel. I'll put foil on it. It'll just take longer to cool down. Well, maybe I'll just leave it here for now. And I need this pot. I'm just thinking what I could do. I should take that and cool that down. If I could put that in something. Or maybe I'll just peel the potatoes. I have another silver bowl like this. Put them in there just to cover with cold water until I'm ready to use them. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'm going to take that turkey out again. Hasn't been quite an hour. But it's browning up good. It looks more like a regular turkey. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's done. I do. Oh. The heat from that stove feels good. It does. Oh, God. I'm going to put this back in here. I got to use it today. But put it in the right way. Maybe I didn't. This way. That way. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Let me take you off so you can get a better look. Yeah, it's a big old sloppy mess, but yeah. This is good. I'm going to let this sit right in this roaster, just as is, for 2 hours. I'll put the cover on it. Put it somewheres not on the stove. Might clear off the wood stove because that's not going, and just set it on there. And I'll deal with that later this afternoon. So. All right, friends, I washed my hands. Let me just get situated here. I usually have this on my table, but I left 2 eggs in my onion tomato holder last night. I went to bed late just so they'd get to room temperature. Ugh. So let's see what we got here. Now you guys that make Jiffy cornbread probably think, oh, that's no big deal. It isn't really, but I just have never used it before. Oh, I need the milk. And I know just from watching lots of videos, cornbread is better for dressing if it's left for a day or 2 to dry out, but I don't got that luxury of time, so I'm not going to make the actual dressing till either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. That's just what I'm going to do. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. sure it must just look like cornmeal. Well, I was going to use one of those glass, I say lasagna dishes, but something like that, but a glass one. But then I had the oven preheating at 400 and I don't want it to bust if I put that in a hot oven. So I'm just going to use one of those tins, and I'll be able to reuse that one too. So there's one. This year, Thanksgiving is more about convenience in the sense of, like, I'm not making homemade cranberry sauce. I usually do that, but I'm not. I'm using that canned stuff, but the kids like that too. This cornbread, it's not homemade, but I hear it's very good, so why not? The cake mix that I'm gonna get Mally to make. Oh, since I'm doing 2 boxes, I'm doubling the recipe, so I need 2 of these eggs. To Betsy. I put some Halloween cartoons on for Violet. She's listening to them. And I need to use, well, since I'm doing 2 boxes, 2/3 cup of milk, and that's it. It's like a cake mix. Only with cake mix, you gotta add a little oil. I guess you don't have to do that with this. I just see. Something to whisk her up. Bottom, or the handle of this whisk is no more. I wonder if I'm supposed to grease the thing it goes in. Blend ingredients until slightly lumpy for maximum crowns on muffins. Let batter rest for 3 to 4 minutes. Stir lightly before filling cups, but I'm not doing that. I'm making a cake with it. Or like a big pan. Pour batter into greased 8-inch square pan. That's bigger than 8-inch, but I'm doing 2 boxes, and if it's thicker, that's okay. I'll just do it till it's slightly lumpy. I don't care really how it looks when it comes out of the oven. Like, I'm gonna be crumbling it up anyways, but so leave it 3 or 4 minutes, and yeah, we bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. That's for an 8-inch pan, so it might take a little bit longer. I'll just keep an eye on it. Once it's golden around the edges, not jiggly in the middle, it'll be done. It'll be done. So, oh, my furnace just kicked on. It's not turned up, but it's been kicking on itself because it's that kind of cold out. But it's very folly, and it's a good day for Thanksgiving food making. After I get this in, I'm going to clear the table off. I need to start working on those homemade rolls because those take a little while. Yeah, it's not hard to make, but you know, you got to let it rise a couple times and all that stuff. And once that's done, I can start focusing on some other things. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. Oh, let's do this. I let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna go give Mally another shake after this, once I get it in the oven. This might be thin, might be thick, I don't know, like when it bakes. I don't know if it'll rise or what. Worst comes to worst, I can always make homemade, but don't really want to have to do that now that I have my heart set on this. And I know some people say if you need cornbread dried out quicker, just bake it a little longer, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I was thinking I would do, use my bread pans. Like I have 4 bread pans, but then I thought I'd have 4 dishes to wash, whereas I have 1 bowl to wash. That's not so bad. So I'm gonna put this on a cookie sheet. I don't cover it or anything. And we'll get it in the oven, and I'll show you when it's all done. All right, friends, it's 7:50. I hear Mally walking around upstairs, so I'll leave her. But I put these in the fridge last night. They were frozen. They're still a little frozen, but I'm taking them out of the package and going to scramble them here with Bob. That'll be for my potato dressing later on, but this way it's all done. I'll save the meat. I'll save all the grease because that all goes into my potato salad. But this will be one more thing we can get done before 9 o'clock for sure, and that cornbread is in there. So I set the timer for 20 minutes. It might have to go a little longer because 20 minutes is for 1 8-inch cake or whatever. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. All right. It took a little while to start breaking down because it was still quite frozen, more frozen than I thought. I just splashed a little water in, put that lid on it just to steam it a bit, but now the water will evaporate off and I can break it apart. I'm going to throw some of those frozen diced onions in here, a good dose of them, and fry those up with the sausage. And yeah, that'll all go in the potato mix I end up making. There, they're added in. Now, I don't cook this till the pan's like screaming hot and the sausage browns all up. This still has to cook a little more. But those onions just about dissolve away. Like, they're so soft when I do this, like, you wouldn't even know, but the flavor's there because it's onion. So, and you need a whack of potatoes, so it seems like a lot of stuff, but it's going to be mixed in with a lot of potatoes. So, and potatoes need some flavor. So, anyways, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Mally's downstairs now. Let me turn you around. Yeah, Mally's downstairs now. It's 7:57. I got to go get my husband. I went in there when I woke her up the first time, but I went into where my husband was, and I said, do you need me to wake you up at a certain time? He's like, yeah, he's tired. I said, are you working in town? He said, yes. So I said, I'll be up at 8 o'clock, so I'll go up and give him a shake. Mally can either ride in to town with him or catch the bus, whatever. But once those guys are go, I'm going to clear this table off. Hopefully that cornbread will be done, and I can start working on those rolls. Yeah. That timer just went off for the cake, and you can see it's starting to rise, but I set it for another 20. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Alright, I got tired of trying to figure out what I'm going to do to get that first batch of potatoes on. I washed the cornbread bowl. It's a slow cooker that I tried to use last night for that chicken. Anyways, I'm washing Harriet. There's the ham that was defrosting overnight. Loading up the dishwasher. I put the chicken broth in this pot and in this pot. There's no way I'm going to need all this, but I can always throw the rest of it in with the turkey broth. Maybe. We'll see. Or freeze it. Whatever. But there. That's done. This is still really hot, so I'm just going to let it cool. And eventually when I do make the cornbread dressing, I'll use some of that when that time comes. All right, Mally's still here. My husband's still here. There's 2 minutes, 45 seconds. You know how sometimes you put a baking sheet in the oven and it bends? I think that's what happened. That's why it's a little lopsided cake. It's looking good. It's getting brown around the edges, but I'm not sure. It might need a little more time. Oh, and here, it's going to be my potato peeling station. I planned on doing those stinking rolls, but I'm thinking I can boil these rolls while I start working with that dough, and then I can make the dressing after the dough starts rising. And yeah, that's the plan. I'm just using an old flyer, Superstore flyer, so when I peel it, the peels can go on here. I can wrap it up like a Christmas present and throw it in the compost. But Harriet's all washed. And I'm going to fill her. So we'll see if it takes the whole bag. All right, well, Mally's going in with my husband, so she said she'll start peeling some potatoes. You be careful. You be careful. That's a sharp knife, Mally. So, I took that cornbread out. I poked it in the middle with a toothpick. Came out clean, so shut the oven off. That's the sausage. But over here, look at Misha's roller skates under there. Again, I'm going to make chocolate pudding tarts, but not today. But you got to bake these off. And where's the directions? Thawing directions. Remove required number of tarts from freezer. Thaw at room temperature 5-10 minutes. Once defrosted, do not refreeze. Alright. Bake tart shells on their own. Preheat at 375. Bake 10 to 12 minutes or until golden. Cool and fill. Perfect. Yes. There, I'm just going to let these thaw for a little bit. I'll preheat the oven. Oh, I mean, I just shut it off at 400, so it's not going to take long to get to 375. Wonder if I'm supposed to poke holes in the bottom, with a fork. I don't know. That's the French side. But they'll go in for 10 to 12 minutes, and I'll show you when they're all done. All right, I just dumped out the water. I'm going to put some fresh water in there and get that a-bubbling with some salt in it. Doesn't this look pretty? I could just stick a bow on it and give it to somebody, but I'll give it to the compost. He's out there hungry. But yeah, I find that's easy. Just do it on some old flyers, wrap it up, and throw it in. Same with any kind of compost, except for like runny stuff. Well, hey friends, it is 9:59. I took those tarts out of the oven. I was just unloading my phone, and it's like 47 minutes already after I cut some stuff out. But I'm going to end it here and then do a part 2 of today. So I'm getting this up early, and then I'll get the second one up either late tonight or early tomorrow morning, and then I'll film tomorrow too. It's just that way it's not like a 3-hour video, something like that, because I still have a lot to do today, and I plan on chit-chatting, because that's just what I do these days. I had to wash my face. It's very hot and agitated, but that's just the way it is. Love it or hate it, I don't care. Anyways, yeah, we got a lot done last night and today. That stuff's still cooling, but you'll see all that stuff in part 2 if you watch the video after this one. But thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company. Violet followed me upstairs. She is sitting, don't mind the mess here, right there. She might not always want to come right up and cuddle with me, but she follows me everywhere, which I don't mind at all, because I talk to her and she talks to me, and just, feeling it out. But I have to take her for a walk here in a little while, well, around lunchtime, because although I might have a million things to do, she's a priority. So anyways, guys, yeah, I'll post the next part 2 of this video as soon as I can. So I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning, and I absolutely will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.